Hi, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain how a pod is actually created in Kubernetes. When you run a command to create a Kubernetes pod, the request goes to the APS server first. The APS server authenticates and authorizes the given request, validates the pod specification, and finally it accepts the request if everything is right. And it stores the pod object in etcd or etcd also. Etcd is Kubernetes key value data store. At this moment the pod is created, but it is in pending status. Next comes scheduler. Scheduler watches for any unscheduled pods, so it's basically find out all the pods that don't have any node associated. Then it has to perform two operations: filter out any nodes that don't have enough memory and CPU, scores the remaining nodes and finds out the first available one. Then it has to update the node informations in the pod object. Next comes kubelet. Kubelet is an agent that's running in the worker node, and it watches for APS server, and once the pod is assigned to a node, then it takes the control. It talks to the container runtime via CRA, and the container runtime is responsible for pulling that image, creating the container, and starting them. Once the pod is started running, then kubelet continuously watches for the pod status, and it updates the pod information pod status in etcd via the APS server. So the overall flow is here. APS server accepts the request, validates the request, stores the pod object in etcd. etcd maintains the pod state and status information. Schedulers selects the node and binds that a pod to that node. Kubelet ensures pod runs on that node. CRA runs the containers. Hope you can follow all this complete flow. If you have any questions, you can add your questions in the comment section. Thank you.